We start with the crown because we focus on the head and the brain and thoughts direct our action, and thoughts are our consciousness. And that's what happens up here in the crown chakra. And so in order to figure out purpose, we need clarity and consciousness. And that's what we really focus on in that first workshop. And so I spend a lot of time talking about the brain and brain health. I am kind of addicted to this topic. I have actually, in addition to my my functional medicine certification and my national board certification, I'm a Alzheimer's prevention health coach, and I work a lot with clients who are suffering from cognitive decline. And so I'm very interested in how the brain works and all the mechanisms that we can do to support our brain health. And so that's what we spend a lot of time on the functional medicine side of the course looking at.
Yeah. I love that you're brainy about the brain.
Yeah, I'm brainy. I'm very brainy about the brain. And so we talk about foods to support the brain. They happen to be the color that you're wearing today, blue. Yeah, yep. So lots of berries and such, and herbs too to support the brain. So that's the functional medicine piece.
That is so cool. No, I learned so much in doing the pilot with you on that. And the reason we go from the top down, we talked about this when we were developing this series, was, you know, so many of these frameworks, as you mentioned, start from the bottom up, from the root, and then slowly work your way up. And what we realized when we were in the, you know, throes of the pandemic was that we really felt ungrounded, and that finding our way to our roots, we had to pave a path. We had to clear a path downward. And especially since over the last year, we've been talking heads on a screen, so many of us, and we've been in our heads, you know, we've been maybe even too much in our heads because we've had all this, you know, just a lot to think about, a lot of intensity. And so the point of going from the top down is to start from a place, like you said, of thinking and choosing, because our thoughts create our reality. And everything starts with a thought. A thought is what then gives rise to a vision, which then gives rise to the voicing of that vision, which then gives rise to the passion that we have, and then all the way down to actually manifesting in the root. And we'll get into that as we do the different workshops through the series. But when we did it with the pilot program, I know that the participants that was one of the things they really appreciated, was going from the top down. And it was a nice way to ground